What exactly is a puffin? For many people, I think that they're just like me and get them confused with penguins, but puffins are actually more related to the bird side. Both penguins and puffins are birds that share a similar black and white feather coloration and a love of fish. Penguins belong to the family Sphencidae, and puffins belong to the family Alcidae. The classification of a puffin is very similar to a penguin. You see the black and white, the orange beak, but the puffin is extremely smaller and is strong counter shaded with a black dorsal side. Interactions of puffins. Puffins is a small species of a seabird. Most puffins are closely related to other auks, such as guillemots. Puffins have 4 different types: the northern Atlantic, which is the most popular, the tufted puffin, the horned puffin, and then rhinoceros aculet. So, I've only ever heard of the northern Atlantic puffin, is where I got the idea to do this. And that brings us to where they live. Most of the year, puffins live in Atlantic by the ocean, with a range spanning from the eastern coast of Canada and the northern United States to the western coast of Europe and northern Russia. 60% of the world's puffins live near Iceland. So that is like the main point where all the puffins, build their nests, live. The diet and prey for the typical puffin they're technically omnivore animals. They have a solely carnivorous diet. Common prey, squid, like any kind of little fish, is what they go after. Because obviously they're little birds, so they're not going to go after anything super big. Puffins' habitats. Many puffins land on the North Atlantic seacoast and islands to form breeding colonies, mainly during the spring and the summer. The birds often select precipitous, rocky cliff tops to build their nest, which they line with grass and feathers. Many of these birds don't get killed by the predator because they go so high up and they're so small that they dig into the ground for their habitat. Reproduction of puffins. Puffins mate for the female puffin lays a single white egg that is incubated by both parents, which is cool, until hatches up, and about 6 weeks later in the burrow, covered in feathers and leaves, like I said earlier, in their habitat. The lifespan of a typical puffin. Puffins leave their nest at 2 months. The typical puffin can live to be 20 years in the wild, and it's not unheard of that puffins live to be 30. So these birds stick around for a long time. Predators. Like I said earlier, most of the puffins go up high on rocky tops and they dig down. So they're not like a huge, at risk to these animals. But their predators are gulls, hawks, eagles, and foxes. Conservation status to help our puffins. All 4 species are considered to be at the least concern of becoming extinct from their native environment. Although saying that puffins' population is slowly decreasing because of all the oil spills in the world right now, and that is extremely dangerous right now for all the animals, not just our puffins. So we gotta save our puffins' lives. And that is it. Thank you so much.